welcome back to another video. It's transfer updates week 3. Let me know your thoughts on this week's transfer updates in the comments down below. Like the video if you do go on to, so subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 450 subscribers, 20 away, and we've also hit 50 subscribers in the last month, which is unbelievable, to be honest with you. Support is massively appreciated as ever. I will reply to yesterday's comments. I was watching boxing and all that yesterday, and didn't have my phone on me, which is annoying. But I have seen a comment saying that Sarcevic is called Sarcevic. Now, I don't like that. Now, I know that's his name and that's how you pronounce it, but I prefer Sarcevic. But I'll call him Antol. I'll call him Antol because he's called Anthony, and you know, Manchester, they'd call him Antol. So I'm going to call him Antol because I don't like ick. I don't like the ick. I like the itch. And he ain't called itch, he's called ick. So I don't like that. That can go. Call him Antol. I know I don't know him personally, but you people who call him Sars also don't know him personally. So that's my choice, and that's what I'll do. You know, that there's plenty of worse people out there making choices in themselves that they actually can't, but you know, they can identify as what they want to be. Anyway, moving on away from that. Uncle Knobhead. Uncle that, yes. We all have one. I'm not going to reveal mine because he may be watching, but we all have one, and you know that they normally talk about themselves or talk about, you know, that the people who revolve around their family never ask anything about you. But what they talk about is normally drivel that you can't bother listening to. It might be the new drive that they've just got and the new Ferrari that they've planted on it that they can't actually drive. It might be, you know, a new item that they've bought. It could be absolutely anything that you've got no interest in, but they've got to listen to it. The new cruise that they've gone on. We all have one. But it's competition. It's talking about something that they have that you don't, and that means that the segment is about teams in our league who have signed marquee signings. And Paddy Madden going to Chesterfield to marquee signing last week was on the transfer updates, and he's moved on to Chesterfield and hasn't come to us. So are you happy about that? Do you feel like you've dodged a bullet, or do you feel like we could have had a bullet to hit with Paddy Madden? Do you feel like he could have got 10 to 20 goals? Because I feel like that's what he will definitely get at Chesterfield. I would have liked him, but in hindsight wouldn't have really suited us because he'd been competition for Kavanagh Young. We don't need that. We need competition for Andy Cook. And talking of Andy Cook's competition, we'll talk about that later on in the video with a couple of strikers. One who we've already mentioned. Computer says now. Now, I don't know if I've nailed that. I don't know if I sound queer. You know, I don't know, but hopefully it was okay, and I was imitating Little Britain, not anything else. And if you've never watched it, then put up or shut up, because you know, it's alright. You know, I'm not saying it's the best thing since sliced bread, you know, but you know, it's quite funny in parts, but computer says no, it's something that happens in it, and if you know, you know. If you don't, then I can't really help you. But anyway, the segment does mean that we're being told no, even though it could have happened, but because Simon Parker from the TNA said basically that Bradford City are interested in Ben Whitfield, to cut a long article short, which I think it'd be square pegs in round holes. He's a winger, we'd be playing him as a 10, he's got a fantastic cross on him, it'd be an unbelievable signing if we could pull it off, but like I said, you know, he don't really suit us. There's better out there would suit our team a bit better, but yeah, I think if he finds the right team, he could easily get 10 goals, 10 assists, but computer says now. In the note, Critchlow. Now I'm sick to death of Romany Critchlow. Note against him. He seems like a great guy. He used to stream games on Twitch that have been playing it, and that were quite, you know, fun to watch for a period of time, which he did. He was a good centre back for us, but I'm sick of talking about him every week. I don't want him. You know, someone put in the comments to a video, I can't remember what video it was, but Carlisle United are like an itch that won't go away. Absolutely. Critchlow is like a fly that's flying around your TV and you can't get it off. You think you've got rid of it, it comes back on. It's annoying. He's a good player, but I thought about it. I thought, I can't keep talking about the player. let me know if you prefer Romney Critchlow or Kieran Kelly. That's another. But we won't sign him. I don't think we'll sign him. We won't want to pay a fee for Romney Critchlow. And I think we'll be a bit more sensible with signings like that with David Sharp in the building, because I don't feel like he has that emotional connection to players and to our history, and I feel like he'll just go off, character and ability, and I don't think he's got the ability to play in Alexander's team, and I don't think he's got the character with his confidence being knocked at Peterborough. Let someone else build him up. We don't need to build people up. We need players who are ready-made and ready to go to win a title. But he will go play for us, so I don't like knocking him too much. Ex-player obsession, Charlie Wyke, it's very harsh to label him as that, but I've got an update on him. I'm not going to talk about the play, although it would be great competition for Andy Cook. Talking about Andy Cook, he was singing Midland Road, Take Me On Midland Road, in a pub somewhere with Andy Cook for Gilly's stag do. Gilly had, it wasn't just their mate called Gilly, well, he's their mate, but 3 Geordie lads on a stag do, and he was singing it, and there was a picture of them as well. Gilly was dressed, I don't know if he was dressed as a woman, but I think he had a tutu on and some sort of glasses. No one else were really dressed, which was funny. And I just saw a video of Brad Halliday saying something like he's going to sign or something, or sign today, something like that. I can't remember what it was, and I've only seen it 10 minutes ago. But so that's interesting. I think he's the only player from the 16-17 squad who's gone to Gilly stag do. So that would be something. But that's an update for you. And quite a few updates are happening. But it would be something that's probably done later on, because obviously he's abroad, he's not in the country. Moving on to fan rumours, Ollie Hawkins was released by Gillingham this week. He's a well-known player across League Two, and it got fans pricking their ears up and thinking, oh, is this something that we could get our teeth into? And it's not really, for me. It's what do I like? I can't think of food. Russell Burgers. I can't stand Rustler burgers. It's rubber. I can't get my teeth into it. It's not nice. So it'd be like that for me. I'm not fussed about it. If I'm on a desert island, I might have an Ollie Hawkins, I might have a Russell burger. But it's Saturday night. I want a doner kebab, and that wasn't nice either. Played centre back under Nigel Clough, as he likes to do with his strikers. Pulled away Andy Cook, in a fan of him, and left for us. He's a massive unit, big target man. He could change the game if he comes on. But I think he'd want big wages, and he'd want the guarantee of being a star man up front, and he won't be with Andy Cook, definitely not. And big wages could be a problem, because that's probably why he left Mansfield to go to Gillingham in the first place. Platty pocketed him as well in the games that he played, and he's only got 4 goals in 19 starts this season. He's never really been a goal scorer, just a big man who comes on and throws his weight around. So yeah, not really for me, to be honest with you. Joe, this is another one like Antol Sarcevic. It's Joe Sbarra, or Sabara. I'd go Sabara, but we'll call him Joe. Joe from Solihull. It sounds like he's in a competition. Welcome, Joe from Solihull. Playing number 10 for Bradford City, and let's hope he doesn't. If he did sign him, he didn't play like he won a competition. But Joe from Solihull, agile, creative, energetic. Is a number 10. He's youngish. Now I put youngish because I thought he is youngish, but I didn't actually. Let's have a look, because I didn't bother checking if he was youngish. I just thought, I'm sure he's in his early 20s, mid 20s. He's not late 20s. So as I'm checking, I'll keep talking. And if he is youngish, he can be developed, unlike Antol, which a lot of people seem to not like. We're going for experienced players, but I do. What else I put? He needs to step up. I've always liked him at Solihull. He's 25, so alright, 25 turning 26 in December. So yeah, he's young-ish. Can be developed, and maybe so long if he does well. But I feel like he needs to step up to League Two, because he's been doing well at National League level for a long time. I want one more in that position. You've had your Toby Carvery, you've had, your beef or your turkey. If the beef's fatty, I'll go for gammon. If the gammon's fatty, I've never been in that situation, but I'd probably just go with the turkey. You have your stuffing, your potatoes, your red cabbage, your cauliflower, maybe a bit of broccoli, carrots, your gravy on top, and your Yorkshire pudding. How can I forget that? And you've tucked into it, and then the conversation comes up once you've finished and you've unbuttoned your jeans, and you can't move or breathe, and you look at the desserts and you think, I want apple crumble, I want a mixed crumble, I'm trying to think of other desserts because I just go for crumble, but ice cream. I want a lemon drizzle. I want a sticky toffee pudding. I want a chocolate cake or whatever. And you get very tempted by it, and you're licking your lips, and you think, I'm going to do it, and you do. And, it's lovely. Sometimes it might be too much and you're sick. You buy the wrong play, you buy the wrong dessert. I shouldn't have gone for the chocolate ice cream. But, it was nice for that second, maybe. But I want one. I'm greedy. I want another number 10 because they're the best players on the pitch, aren't they? I want a Dan Kemp. I want a Joe from Solihull. I want those type of players to come into Bradford and entertain me. Alright, let's get into the one you've been waiting for then. Ash Taylor has departed the football club. Great guy, clearly, because to cancel your contract and take a loss takes a bit of personality about you. But he was just never the right player. He was rubbish. Obviously, pre-season we're poor. Started against Crawley, we're poor. Real lack of pace. Couldn't play out from the back, and that's what we needed with Marquez free at the back. Then played against Barrow and Wrexham, coming back from his injury, had decent games. Played against Notts County, got done for pace, and that was the thing. Playing against target men, he can do a competent job. Played against Forest Green, got sent off. Can't comment on that game because I don't think I watched it, to be honest. And then he played against Swindon and got done for pace and was absolutely shocking. So it was stupid signing in the first place, never suited us. But I'm glad he's gone. But well done for leaving, and taking the cut, because a lot of players wouldn't have done that at all. In the note as well from an ex-player, Notts County are close to announcing the signing of Harry Chapman. This was on the 16th of May. They can't sign him, so the 4 days alert said probably isn't going to happen, like most of these stupid accounts say it will. Following his release from Bradford City, Notts County are keen to add more experience to their side and have verbally agreed a 2-year deal. So we'll see if that comes about, but I don't think it will. And then a couple of others to touch on as well. I suppose this isn't in the know. Callum Johnson's wanted by Bradford with connections to David Sharp, previously at Mansfield. That's from an ex-agent. Now, I don't feel like there's out in that because it's a very easy one to link it to, and he has been linked before. I've touched on him before. I have a bit of a better feel of him now. To be honest, I feel like I'd be for him because he's a backup centre back. Even if he has got injury problems, I've seen a bit more of him. I'm going to watch more of him as well, and I'll talk about him in due course. I'm pretty sure. And Adam Williams, formerly of the City event, as the host. They're still going out now and then. He said, I think it's confidentiality. That's why that there's not a lot to it. But he did say we're in for a young Championship left back on loan. Can't share name, as a good friend of mine has asked me not to. No EFL experience, just under 21s. And then, replying to comments, he did say that he hasn't. Well, he replied to someone's comment. Hopefully not a bowler type sign. He then put, hard to say. He's only 20, not played at any competitive games other than under 21s, which is a risk to me, but always a gamble. All I'd say is that his ex-manager, quite high profile in brackets, used to bring his name up quite a lot in news conferences as an exciting young prospect. So yeah, that's an interesting one. And then Tom Lees, who's very good on the Twitter, he put, after a bit of digging, I reckon it's between Shane Flynn, 22, or Jahami Lindsay, 19, both at Leicester under 21s. Sharp has used Leicester loanees throughout his career, for example, Lewis Brunt at Mansfield last season, so potential link there. That's my guess anyway. Nick Tarula at Crawley, who I'd love to sign, and out of contract they've gone up. He hasn't really been playing towards the back end of the season. Could be somewhere in that where we can get it done. I wish we could. Rio Adebisi as well. I think that's more unrealistic, but that'd be unbelievable if we could. Ben Williams, I think his name is at Cheltenham. He'd be a decent player to get. Nicky Cadden. So there's a lot of players out there in that area who are good options for us. To go and get someone who's not played a competitive game would be, it'd be like bringing Clark O'Dra in, it'd be like bringing Lewis Richards in, like bringing Bowler in, all those players. There's someone else who we have there, just get proven players. And, people have a problem with that, but I don't. Experience is key. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're new. 450 subscribers is the target. Can we get it before the start of the season? 20 away. Thank you very much for the support. It's massively appreciated. Have a good one.